stream's not showing up on YouTube. Getting some shots the other way. We'll reset the clock while we have the opportunity. 5:22 in the first. Yeah, that video is not good at all. You're getting about a frame every 3 to 5 business days as we're not getting anything up here. Back at center ice. Icing will be called on the other side. Going to pull the goalie on the delayed penalty. Jesters buying some time here. That was passed by number 17, Noah Martz. Passed over by Schwartz. And finally, Monroe touches it to get the penalty here. With 4:50. Well, it can't be 4:51. I don't think they ever moved the clock. Unless we're in some Matrix simulation here. And the face-off goes back to number 3 at center. They score! Goal, Jesters! They strike first with 2:04 left in the first. And they pick up a 1-0 lead. Back going here now with a Jesters 1-0 lead. Here in the freshman championship, crashing the net there, trying to get another opportunity, no good. Under 2 minutes left in the period. Monroe's goalie on high alert here as they've been leading in shots on goal so far in the early going. Back behind the center line for number 3, brought back to the defenseman. Crashes off the left side for number 53, Stephen Kelly. Passed over the middle. Monroe with a breakaway, collision, out on the left wing, shoots, tipped, does not go. 17 with a shot, and they will tie. Referee is signaling no goal. No, it looks like they did get it. The referee didn't signal much, and the reaction from Monroe almost looked like they didn't score. But 1:15, and it's a 1-1 game. Another opportunity for the Jesters here as the defense for Monroe continues to wrap this one around to the right side for number 21, who shoots, gets it behind Monroe. Passed by Getsy, Ben Getsy. Left-handed slap, goes behind, stays in play. Long enough, keeps it in. 5 for Monroe goes. By the way, I am happy to report that, knock on anything that is wood or wood related, that we are back in action. But we are recording a full resolution copy of the game tonight. So while for the viewers at home your quality is reduced, we will be uploading a full HD version of today's game for your viewing pleasures. That may just be what we have to do for today, as we've got a whistle with 7.8 seconds left in a 1-1 game. This broadcast is brought to you by Harper Driving School. Over 90% of students who take their New Jersey State driving test with Harper pass on the first attempt. If you like those odds, you could book an appointment today at Suite 4 of the Total Turf Complex in Pittman at 614 Lambs Road. Three seconds left in the period, and we're going to end it at the end of the first, tied up 1-1. The Philly Jesters and the Monroe Braves all knotted up here at 1 apiece with 2 back-to-back goals here to end the first. We'll be right back here on DWB.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is the responsibility of all of us to make sure that our friends, family, and anybody who we hold dear in our lives is feeling well.
The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside.
It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need.
And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives.
If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress, but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research.
So I go to one of the community colleges around here, RCSJ, and they were playing their baseball championship in Camden, at the Rutgers Camden Field. So we did 2 games there. Now I'm here. Yeah. Were you on the other rink when all of that went down over there?
I was, yeah.
I saw the ref put somebody in a chokehold. Never seen that before.
So there was like a kid.
A 7-0 game isn't going to yield good results.
So it was a thing. So the kid ran across from the other side of the ring and threw his elbow to his kid's head. Then he jumped on him, and the 3 of his teammates jumped on him. So they all jumped on the one guy.
The game before this was delayed for a couple of minutes because the refs, it was at the end of one of the periods. The refs went over and, like, they went back up. Like we're in the police academy. All right, 3, 2, 1. Tie game 1-1 between Monroe and the Philly Jesters, technically based out of Pottstown, but it's the ABHA National Tournament. And what do you get? 2 teams that are within 20 miles of each other. As Monroe got the last laugh in the first with a late goal with under 2 minutes left in the period. 1 power play, and none of it yielded any power play goals here. As we're ready to go in the second, we're underway. Immediately going back, and a glove save by 33 for Monroe. You're watching coverage of the ABHA Freshman Championship. Again, we understand the low quality. Our internet connection is literally on the lowest settings possible. We might as well be in the middle of a cornfield in Kansas. We'll be uploading a full quality re-upload of the video tonight after the live stream is done. It will jump you in from where our broadcast jumped in with 6 minutes left in the first period, but luckily in that situation, you hadn't missed much. Face-off is a good for the Jesters. Hits right off the chest of the Monroe keeper on the shot from Martz. Goes back here trying to find another way. Passing back behind the Williams, I keep saying Williamstown, it's the Monroe net. Although a lot of these kids most likely go to Williamstown High School. Here comes the shot from the right side. Couldn't go from Corbett, now it does go! Corbett with a goal. And the Jesters retake the lead, it's 2-1. .925 in the second. It's a goal from Corbett. We're back rolling. Face-off was good for Monroe, but now immediately Corbett, who just scored, has another opportunity for the Jesters, passes it to the right side, goes back to Monroe, their defenseman number 12. Now the Wings are going a little bit further up the ice here. Keeps it hot. That's a buzzer from another rink. And that will be out of play. 8:55 left in the second. For our ABHA friends, we're going to be here all day tomorrow. Well, first of all, we're going to be in Belmar for the first game, the Penguin Division. Then we're going to come back here at 5 for the Beavers and at 6 o'clock for the Cadets. So we're going to be a little bit all over the place here. We will have a penalty called against the Jesters with 8:55 remaining. So that will yield Monroe's first power play of the evening. Back rolling, 1:30 on the clock for the power play, 8:50 on the game clock. That immediately rolls out to the Williamstown goalkeeper. Monroe with the advantage. They trail by 1 after a Jester's quick goal. Here comes the shot, 18 scores! That's a goal for Monroe that ties us up on the power play. And just 20 seconds into the power play, we'll return to normal with a 2-2 game. A high-scoring affair here so far. Just a minute and a half into the second period. Back rolling here. Monroe wins the face-off, or maybe a little bit inconclusive. Monroe definitely with the speed advantage, heading towards the corner of the ice. And to the deck here. Another little shovel that goes behind the Jester's net. Shot way up, and it heads out in the parking lot. Let's take a look at that goal scored by Monroe's number 12. So just some good stuff here overall. I mean, Monroe is taking advantage of, again, the power play very early on. They head up the deck pretty quickly, cuts it to the right wing, shoots, and scores without much issue to tie the game at 2-2. That's your Dan Wilkins Broadcasting replay presented by Garden State Pet Center. Garden State Pet Center, a place so good you don't have to rethink or replay it twice. They can visit 7 days a week at 226 South Whitehorse Pike for the most organic food products available in South Jersey, along with toys, cages, accessories, and much, much more. Some more action behind the Monroe net in a tie game 2-2. Monroe's last goal is into a power play. Monroe taking their time, touched by 20. Goes back to Stephen Kelly, number 53 for the Jesters in the red and white. Shot, blue line, misses left. Another shot for Monroe here. Looking to light the lamp from the other side. Whole bunch of action there as he deflects it again. Goes back to 44. Another good deception there. Bell goes in. Blue line, shifts it to the right wing. Shoots, can't go. Tries to knock it down on the bottom of the stick. We're going to have a delayed penalty here. Waiting for the last touch, and we get it. And there you go. Heard it pretty quickly there. We don't even need to mic up the refs this time. We've got a 44 white with the slash. It'll give Monroe another minute and 30 in the advantage. And, well, guess what? The last time that they did that, they scored 20 seconds into the power play. .630, or actually check that, 6:43. Back rolling shot from the center line. Monroe wasting no time, getting a shot immediately off on the power play. Another good face-off there. Goes back in the hands of the Jesters here as, well, Monroe has certainly been on a great attack of their own volition here. Tries to work it around, and another shot blocked by the Jesters goalkeeper. .622 left in the second. Another face-off won by Monroe. That's 3 in a row, and they've had 3 face-offs during this power play. Minute 30, again charged against the Jesters for slashing. This one is popped way up right in front of the Monroe goalkeeper, who gets a glove side save of his own. Mashaw had the first goal for Monroe. A good breakaway up the middle, and then another shot by Bell to the right. Got the second goal in. It's been a back and forth jockey. One for the Jesters, one for Monroe, and then another one for the Jesters and another one for Monroe. This one rolls over to 16 for the Braves. Jesters and Braves tied up 2-2. That's a long ways out from beyond the blue line. Another one that is served way up by Noah Martz. Another center line blazer hits the goalkeeper straight in the chest. Monroe trying to take some deep shots here with 30 seconds left in the power play. Here comes another transition. There's an odd man rush. Shoots. No. Goes back behind the net for Martz. Almost had a chance at a shorthanded goal that time. Has had a couple of close calls. 88 is up there. Corbett, he scored the second goal for the Jesters. Goes back to number 3. How about this? Backhand, no good. And we'll go back to full strength. Here comes a shot. Left side, no good. Remember that That power play's been gone for a good 20-ish seconds now. We're halfway through the second. Left side, blocked. Jester's trying to get back in. Pass back. Blue line. Misses right again. Switches back to number 11, Jeremy Smith, who pokes this one out to the right. Monroe's possession back behind their own net. They flail the ball way out, and it is out of play with 3. Actually, we're way off on the clock there. I apologize. 4:31. The clock is manually operated here on DWB, so it's not always perfect.
Good suction right now.
.430 left in the second. Monroe back over the middle. Some very good footwork there. Moving through. Left side doesn't go. Here comes another chance. Number 3 for the Jesters, looking to break the tie. Breaks through the rush. Left side. Monroe's got it. Passes back over the middle. They're all alone. 2-on-2. Even rush here, although Jesters bringing a third. And a traditional left-right setup here as the left wing set up a little bit back behind the face-off circle. Crashing again towards the boards on the left side. Stephen Kelly goes back over. Monroe's number 1 has it, shoots it from the right wing right in front of their own bench. Again, another deep shot. Monroe's taken a lot of those, whether they've been on a power play, which they've had 2 of today, or whether they've been at full strength. Number 1, again, slides over, hits off of the chain link fence, and it ricochets down. 3:30 left in the second. Passes back over. Might find an open man on the right wing. Couldn't find Simonson at the back either. They'll pass it to the right side as they'll make a 1-for-1 change, not an entire shift. As the Monroe bench, post shot, hits off the side. Simonson got a good volley in there. Now Jester's bringing it back the other way. And another chance for Landon Schwartz. Glove save, Monroe. And a very, very good back-and-forth battle comes to a close with 2:56 left in the second. A lot of good opportunities on both sides. Jester's had a couple of post shots, and then Monroe just seemed to get the odd man rush to go really well. I mean, they almost had another chance, and the Jesters almost had a chance shorthanded. So both teams right now seem to be in the groove offensively. The first period ended 1-1. The second period right now at its tail end is at 2-2. And that's not analytics, that's just math. Goes out to the right side. Brought back, Noah Martz. Misses right, and another glove save by Monroe. This broadcast is brought to you again by Garden State Pet Center. Keep your pet happy and healthy today with the most organic food products available in South Jersey. You can visit online or in their physical location at 226 South Whitehorse Pike at Audubon, right off of the Route 1 or Kings Highway exit. Clock running again, 2-2 tie game in the second here in the ABHA National Tournament. A crossover between Pennsylvania and New Jersey here. 2 local components. Try to get a good swipe there, no good. Player goes down. Jester lost his stick. 2 minutes left in the second period. Monroe turns it around. Fakes it from the blue line. Gonna have a delayed penalty. Monroe is in the process of pulling their goalie. See what they light up on the scoreboard here. Jester's not happy with the call. There's going to be 3 minutes on the power play, so we're going to have so Monroe's going to be rolling here. We've got yes, it's going to be a 3-minute power play. That will bring us 1:10 into the third, and a tie game 2-2. Front of the face-off. Again, Monroe has won most of the face-offs today, but with the score being tied, could level things here if the game hasn't been leveled already. Goes back the other way. This is way up there. One hops off the side. 17 is there. Now we'll bring this up for Monroe in the power play. Last time Monroe had a power play, they had a goal 20 seconds in as Mishaw brings this out to the right side. Pass back. Long shot. That is deflected off of the goalkeeper and out of play. Clock stops with 1:17. As Monroe kind of just playing the long game here, especially with the power play. They really like, I see some teams that are very conservative and very traditional. They only like to shoot when they're right in front of the net and they're basically standing on top of the goalkeeper. But Monroe playing a little bit extra of a modern version of the game. A lot of long shots from beyond the blue line. Back, right side, 17, shoots, misses wide left. Mishaw going in, crashing the net in the aforementioned way. Spinning it around to the right side. Here comes the shot, doesn't go. Again, continuing to find ways to get creative here. There's still 2 minutes left on the power play. We'll have about a minute left over entering the third. Again, back, blue line, 10. Taking his time, shoots, wide left. Monroe immediately takes over on the possession. Able to keep the possession without interruption. Back to where we started. Center line, 18. Looks to carry it over. Doesn't go. Gets an open net. Shoots, misses. Oh my goodness, had it off the left post. Didn't get it that time. Had a wide open net with the goalkeeper. Faded to his left. Left about 90% of the net open. Now 20 seconds left in the period. Still Monroe in the power play. On the offensive barrage, it flies out of the ballpark and, well, out of the venue with 15.1 left. .15 seconds left in the second. So it looks like more specifically we'll have about 1:10 left on the power play for Monroe, which really could be helpful here because Monroe will now be able to talk strategy in the huddle at the intermission to talk about what they're going to do and what offensive schemes they're going to run with 1:10 left. Your coach can kind of influence that a little bit rather than everybody else running on the fly and running on that truncated schedule. Here comes a breakaway from the Jesters. No good there. 3 seconds left. Gets a shovel. Oh, he scored, but did he get there in time? Did he get it in time? Referee waves him off. Will the goal count? Monroe is trying to argue the call, which usually signals that the Jesters scored.
Great goal.
That was a buzzer trimmer right there. Is Monroe going to get hit with a penalty too here at the end? Yeah, I think there might have been some talk back there. The goal counts. It's 3-2 Jesters at the end of the second, and we might even have some 4-on-4 action because the referees had a heated discussion with one of the Monroe players, and a whistle blew at the end and well after the buzzer. We'll be right back. Jesters take a 3-2 lead by the skin of their teeth at the end of the second.
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student
I'm
will
getting
be in
paid,
good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives.
I've done it for
all
most
while
of
avoiding
them.
the lines at the DMV.
The only one I didn't do it for
and
was
getting
when there was that one
insurance
fight in Egg
discounts.
Harbor that got on the news. That was the one time I wasn't there.
You were there.
I was not there.
No, you weren't?
I was there for the preseason one, the one in Mays Landing. I did another one in Egg Harbor. I think it was the Veterans one. Then regionals and this. So I think it's 5.
You like doing hockey?
It's fun.
I
I'm more
watched your live earlier.
I'm more of a-
I was watching it earlier.
I'm more of a baseball guy myself, but it's exposed me to the sport very well. What's that?
Did you do Gateway or Buna?
Gateway and Buna in March. Yes.
You did do that?
Yes.
I was there.
Oh, okay.
Remember when you did Belmar? The All-Star game?
I was there for that. Yeah.
Remember I got MVP?
I don't remember that much. I've done like 600 games in the past 3 years. I don't remember everything. Here in the third period, we're going to take a look, actually. I'm going to mute my microphone really quickly. The video, the score on the bottom half of your screen does not reflect what the actual time was. I'm going to play the video at half speed, and you get to see for yourself whether the ball went in before the buzzer sounded. Let's take a listen. I muted my mic too early. Take a listen to see if the ball went in before the buzzer sounded. Let's take a listen.
Left. Gets a shovel. Oh, he scored, but did he get there?
To be quite honest, I'm not sure, and also through my headset on the broadcast, I can't hear the replays that we have, so I will have to look back at it after. But that is not what matters. What matters is that the goal counted, and that is you can't talk about hypotheticals without talking about the reality. The goal counted, and it's a 3-2 game in favor of the Jesters here with 9:45 left in the third. Remember, we still have about 45 seconds left of a power play remaining. This one is launched way down. It's one-hopped. And they're going to stop everything there. So whatever it was in regards to Monroe's discussions after the goal, there was a whistle blown, but no penalty was called. So what we've still got is 40 seconds on the board in favor of the Jesters. I mean, first of all, shorthanded goal for the lead. Again, like I said, we'll take a look at it. We took a look at the replay. It looked like it was good, I think by maybe 0.3 of a second on our board. So I think that's the right call. But that could be a very penultimate goal in this game if Monroe doesn't respond. Monroe still going after it. That one bounces off the right side. Good check there. Getting a little bit of the business there at center ice. Now this goes back to Noah Martz. Out to the right side for Jeremy Smith. It's up out to the right side. 15 seconds left on the power play. Monroe with possession. They might want to waste a little bit of time for the advantage of getting their man back on the ice or on the deck. 3-2-1 and we're done. That one will get us back rolling. This one's a good shot over the middle. Tried to fake it, didn't go. Passes out to the left for Jesters number 3. Checked by 11 from Monroe. Or check, apologies, that's 18. Gets a little swipe in there. Where's the ball? It ends up in center ice. Picked up by Carter Schwartz. 17 is there for Monroe. Good shot, deflected out by 33, Monroe's goalkeeper. 1-for-1 swap here. Monroe only seems to have 4 or 5 players on the bench, so there is going to be, or already has been, very limited shift changes. Rolls out left side. Checks over to the middle. Smith lost it. Picks it up back at his own pace. 86 for Monroe. Now another chance. Martz passes it to his left wing. Hits off with a shin pad. Corbett already has a goal for the Jesters as that drops. Passes over the middle. 44 has been called for a penalty earlier. Now passes it blue line. Center shot didn't go. Shot from Landon Schwartz didn't go. 3-2 with 6:35 left in the third. You're watching coverage of the American Ball Hockey Alliance Nationals on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We're looking for advertisers for the summer and fall. You can send us an advertising inquiry at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com, as that one will land in the glove of the goalkeeper for the Braves. And we keep rolling here. No backup goaltender either. Here's a shot. Misses wide right. A laser by Carter Schwartz. And this rolls back out. 44 pops it up. Almost picked up the possession again. Now he backs off. Monroe brings it right back to him. Passes it to Threy. Long ways out. Blocked. Trying to crash the net again. Looking for an insurance goal near the midway point of the third. Another one saved by Monroe. And they keep it rolling. 5:45 in the third. This broadcast is brought to you by the Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators, or DAWG, Dog Pro Wrestling. New Jersey's premier pro wrestling organization with high-flying events and non-stop entertainment throughout the Garden State. For more information on future events, you can visit dawgprowrestling.com. And immediately after the face-off, before I can even finish the ad read, we've got another stoppage. Again, we'll be here. Well, first of all, we'll be at Belmar tomorrow at 1 o'clock for the Penguin Championship. Here's another shot. Long ways out. No good. Beavers will be at 5. Cadets at 6. That one grazes right past us here in the front row of the West Effort stands here at Riverwinds. Comes another chance. Jester's looking for an insurance goal. Again, nearing the halfway point of the third period. Man goes down. Looking for a signal. No penalty. We stay alive. Monroe with the defensemen taking their time. Loses his stick. Didn't break it, though. Lost balance for a couple of seconds there, for a couple of interims. Oh, he whiffed on it. Or it was an elaborate fake. Goes back to the left corner for 86. Passes on the forehand. Rolling back. He's in a Monroe sandwich. Now he gets brought up there. It looks like no delayed penalty here either. Still rolling. Keeps it up. Another great battle. Jesters maybe on an odd man rush. They bring it out. It is a slow roller that gets saved. I think he just tried to let that ball go from a little too far out. He probably would have had a better chance attacking the net a little bit more there. But he had to let go. A 2-1 rush by Monroe on the defensive side. 4:32 left in the third. Jesters looking for insurance. Monroe looking for a leveler. Looking for the freshman national championship, and in the span of about 2 seconds, we get another face-off that immediately goes into the glove of the Monroe goalkeeper. 3-2. If you're just joining us, we were tied 1-1 after the first. Jesters got a quite literal buzzer beater goal. Might have been 3/10 or so to the good, at least looking at our video. Gave the Jesters the lead. Now Monroe contested the call. And, I mean, listen, we don't have a GoPro over the center of the post or anything, so we can't be certain. But if this game ends 3-2, I think Monroe would have an interesting argument, especially considering they disagreed with the original call that gave the Jesters the goal at the tail end of the second. A nice deflection, slaps it from the left side, no good. 21 took the shot that time with a new shift and a new couple of faces on the deck for the Philly Jesters. Rolling back over. Took a shot again, didn't go that time. Check that, that's number 27. It looks like Peyton Anderson. Evan Radamiki. This one's up, misses to the right. Working behind the net. Still good, still alive. Faked it. Monroe got it back out. Deflects it back over. Jesters still with the possession. They have been doing the best kind of clock management that they can here, looking for both a way to waste time and a way to get insurance on the board. It's 3-2, and again, if not for a goal that was maybe a half second at best from being out of time, this game would still be tied 2-2. Haven't seen any extra offensive action in the third. 3 minutes remaining in the third period. And for the Jesters, good things come in threes. Speaking of number 3 for the Jesters, picks it up. Back behind the blue line, fakes a slapper. Now from the left side, Corbett can't get it to go. Now another slapper. That one is sent all the way back to Philadelphia International Airport. That one is sailing out of here. That ball cleared the net by a long way. Corbett set up a slap, and then Schwartz met him on the right wing, but just got way too high of an angle on it. Even Corbett's shot just missed to the right. And now we'll have a face-off right near the center with Monroe trailing by 1, 2:41 left in the third. Here's another good chance. Corbett looking for a second goal of the game. Shoots it from the blue line, misses wide left. Another good shot, and he scores! That's the insurance goal that they wanted, and they sure as heck got it. Comes in from number 11, Jeremy Smith. And with 2:34 remaining, it's a 2-goal lead for the Jesters. Just rolling outside of the face-off that time. We'll bring our attention back to the ice as we try to, or deck to the deck as we try to, so used to calling ice hockey in the winter with Gloucester Catholic. Certainly no ice since the high was 86 degrees today in South Jersey. That one misses wide right. Four to 2 Jesters. Corbett fakes. Back out to 3. It is shoveled out on a long, desperate act by Smith. Now Monroe looking to get it back. Just a hair over 90 seconds left in the period. This one's popped up. Shoveled back down. Wall has it. Now Smith cuts it out to the right for 44. Right side, shoveled back out by Monroe. Another good attack here by the Braves. turns it right back over. Minute 10. Waiting to see if Monroe pulls their goalkeeper, but I think with how persistent the offense has been, I mean, it looks like he's crouched over. He might be ready to. Depends on how this offensive front goes. Down by 2. Now left to take another shot, and he secures a glove save. Clock will stop with 51.1 on the board. And a timeout will be called. Sir, got a ball. Never mind. Yeah. Timeout called. Forgot I was still on the air. We'll be right back.
Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choice, all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your...
Here comes the attack. Here comes the attack. 8 seconds left. They'll shoot it from the right side. It's shoveled, and it is in for the goal with 3.1. They are actually going to run the clock down, and that's the final. Your American Ball Hockey Alliance national champions in the freshman division. The reaction was a little subdued, but the Jesters of Pottstown, PA, have won it. A 5-2 win. They got the job done with an empty netter. And, well, the penultimate goal was a literal buzzer beater. Half second separated the end of the clock and the goal that the Jesters scored for a 3-2 lead. They got an insurance goal with 3 minutes left and then got an empty netter with 3 seconds left to win the game. Looks like there's another game lined up, but we will only be here for the championship game here in the freshman division. Can't believe it's 9:30 at night and they're still going to be playing some more games. Get the kids some coffee tomorrow. Don't actually do that. That's not good advice. I'm not a parent. That'll be all for us tonight. 4-2. Check that. 5-2 the final. Jesters over the Monroe Braves. We'll be back at 1 o'clock tomorrow. We've got, again, the itinerary for tomorrow, the Penguin game at Belmar, then the Beavers at 5 and the Cadets at 6 on Sunday in West Deptford. I'm Dan Wilkins. Have a good one, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good weekend.